Hey, everybody, welcome to day 513 of Reseller Reflections, a day in the life of a full time reseller supporting her family. It is Monday, November 3rd, 2025. Yesterday, we did not meet our sales goal, but we're still working on it. Yeah, we're still working toward it and keeping going. Everything is all reset to zero here. I hope you are as well. I have been kind of slight edging my office area here, spending like 5 minutes a day, just like organizing all these little extraneous things. I thought I had a lot reset to zero. And then I walked out to put my packages out this evening, and there was a new consigner had dropped off. I forgot they were dropping off today, and two big boxes. But that's good. That's good. She's new. It looks like she has some nice things. So I'm excited about that. All right. Um, So today's quote was, "A rising tide lifts all boats." And sometimes it's attributed to JFK, but it's not, I don't think it's ever really been, attributed to anyone in general, but he's used that expression. Anyway, a rising tide lifts all boats. Now, I don't know what kind of rising tide we're in right now. Is it a good one that's lifting the boats, or is it one that is going to sink us, drown us? I'm not sure, but I'm going to go with it's rising, and that's kind of the way I was thinking about it this morning. It wasn't until I typed out rising tide I thought, yeah, what kind of tide is this we're in now? If you've watched the episode I did on uncertainty and uncertain times, yeah. But anyway, let's just assume it's good. And so, in these, it has been like a tougher time for resellers over the past month. And one of the things we can do is celebrate our wins and lift each other up, and say what is going well. And we did that this morning in Motivation in Minutes, and I really appreciate when people share their wins, because it lifts everybody up. At least the people in our group like this kind of thing. We all like this. We all like to see each other succeed. And so, if you have a win, share it with the right people, granted, but share it. And you know what? Maybe we can rise the tide together and lift all of our boats in this challenging, uncertain time. And the other thing I want to kind of talk about this is like that attitude of a rising tide lifts all boats. Now, I've had a situation. This has been a recurring situation, where somebody has copied what I am doing or interfered with what I am doing, and made a conscious effort to kind of derail something that Consignment Chats is doing. Or yeah, it's happened repeatedly. It's more than a coincidence. And I thought, well, that's the opposite of kind of a rising tide lifts all boats, like not supporting each other. Or what, if you are in direct competition with somebody, or you feel that you are, this is a very, very collaborative business, reselling, because there's so much stuff, right? Like, we all help each other out. It is very non-competitive. It is not like capitalism reselling is not capitalism at its finest at all. But because it is very collaborative and it's not competitive. But anyway, I thought, gosh, you know what, this is kind of the opposite. Like that whole jealous, I'm gonna take you down, I'm gonna interfere with what you're doing, is the opposite of a rising tide lifts all boats. So kind of beware of that. This doesn't really like bother me necessarily. I just think it's unnecessary. I think it's just really unnecessary and very telling. So if you find yourself even doing that, like being jealous, like that's telling you what you want. It is not has any doesn't have anything to do with the other person, anything like that. So if you find yourself in that position, maybe you can just switch your mindset and say, you know what, a rising tide lifts all boats. If you find yourself the subject of something like this, you can also say that to yourself, because a rising tide lifts all boats. And, if somebody chooses not to subscribe to that theory, well, you know what? As Mel Robbins said, let them. All right, everybody. Have a great night. And remember, a rising tide lifts all boats. Share those wins. Don't be jealous. Figure out what you want to do. And if you are the subject of something, just remember this expression. All right. I will see you on day 514 of Reseller Reflections. Night, night.